What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome into a Victory Monday edition of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the City of Vineland. It's KB coming at you from Underground Studios, and of course, like we said, leading into the NFL season, the Sunday into Monday episodes. Obviously, I was traveling back, so it's a little delayed getting out there for you guys, but joining us on the Sunday into Monday NFL rundown edition, pretty much, of the pod, because you get this show twice a week, is the host with the most, coming to you from the Pitts Cave after a hard-fought but tough loss for his New England Patriots to our Philadelphia Eagles, and to an extent his, just when they're not playing the Patriots. He's kind of got a soft spot for the Birds. It is the people's champ, Mr. Patty Pitts.
Yeah, you caught, it's what I do for the peeps, man. It's a little late getting to recording. You caught me right in the middle of Monday Night Raw and Monday Night Football. But I'm not going to lie. I think we're recording on could be a historic moment because Aaron Rodgers has only played 3 plays or 4 plays, whatever it was. And that was his Jets career to start the show when we hopped in here. So I don't know. I mean, between that and the nonsense that happened to Foxborough, where you say it's a victory Monday for you guys, I kind of say it's a little bit of a moral victory for us too.
It's the most victory Monday of Philadelphia Eagles fans ever, because it's a win against an opponent that, there's history there. It's a mini rivalry, if you will. It's not a full-fledged rivalry.
like a conference.
It's a seasonal rivalry. But it will also have every Eagles fan wanting to drive their car into the Delaware River for the next week. All at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the ultimate win. So we'll get into the Eagles game against the Patriots, 1-0 to start the season. We'll get into the Phillies, as they are currently in their doubleheader as we record this against the Braves to kick off a 4-game series against them. We'll talk about the pitiful end to the season series against the Marlins. And we'll talk some other stuff as well. We got the return of Pitts' power rankings.
I'm so excited for that, dude.
Exciting.
I have some rankings that are gonna make your head roll, as the song goes.
Do a barrel roll.
A little barrel roll.
Plus, we'll talk about it on OTB, obviously. I was on Long Island on Sunday for the PLL semifinals, and we wound up getting the most Philadelphia final of all time. So we'll be promoting, one way or another, the PLL championship in our backyard in Philadelphia at Subaru Park on September 24th across the network. Get your tickets. It's going to be a doozy of a time, and one way or another, a collective of Philadelphians will be named champions in our city come September 24th, whether it is the Water Dogs looking to repeat, led by Philadelphia's own Michael Sowers, or the Archers looking to get their first championship, led by Grant Ament and the rest of the Bows Up boys. But congrats to both of those teams for advancing to the championship. Archer's first championship game in team history, and the Water Dogs going to back-to-back title games now. But let's get into it. But before we do, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, twitch.tv/undergroundsportsphi, facebook.com/undergroundsportsphi. Follow Pitsy on Twitter at Pat_Pitts, and on Instagram at Pitsy35. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311, Instagram KBIZZLE11. Subscribe to the podcast feed, Apple, Spotify, or wherever you decide to consume your podcast from in audio form. Please subscribe. It's the easiest way to support us without monetarily doing so. just hit the subscribe button, leave a 5-star rating and review. It goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow, helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia as a whole. Plus, you're getting content on this podcast feed in particular now that it's football season, 4 days a week. 2 episodes of Underground Sports Philadelphia every week. Eagles Enemies every single week, which Pitsy helped us kick off season 6 this past week.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun.
And Guzman's Gridiron, the Vineland High School football coaches show. You're getting unlimited content on one podcast feed, plus all the podcasts on our network. So go subscribe and subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. That's where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week. Every show on our network in video form, original video content, clips, shorts, live streams. It's all on our YouTube channel. We're at 549 subscribers right now, and we need to get to 600 subscribers, Pitsy, before the end of the PLL championship game on September 24th. Need to get to 600 before the clock hits 0 there. Otherwise, DJ is destined for Alaska. Go listen to the Outside the Box podcast. You'll learn all the semantics
we can't
there.
Have him go there.
We made an adjustment there. We need to get to 600 subscribers on the YouTube channel before the end of the PLL championship game. So go subscribe. We're 51 subscribers away. Let's make that happen. You have about 2 weeks to get it done. That's 25 a week. I think we can get 25 people a week.
Yeah, 25 is just a handful, man. It's not
Let's
that
make
much.
it happen. Come on, subscribe.
You want to hang out with the champion peeps. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, go subscribe on YouTube. And of course, this show presented by the City of Vineland, and the City of Vineland Municipal Calendar features city-organized, city-sponsored, and city-affiliated events that are of public interest. The calendar, which is accessible at vinelandcity.org, is a good way for residents and visitors to build awareness, remain engaged with city government, and participate in local events. You can also follow the City of Vineland on social media via their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. Through these tools, you can stay connected to the community and get important announcements about programs and services offered by the city. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated and Security 21 Security Systems for their continued support of this podcast. Pitsy, the NFL is back. The Birds took it to the Patriots, got a 5-point win. Good teams win, great teams cover.
Yeah,
it's brought to you by our merch partners at PHI Apparel Company, who are running a sale right now. You get 15% off with the code Victory Monday at phiapparel.co. You can use that code through Thursday night's game to get 15% off at PHI Apparel Company. They are our exclusive merch providers, and there's no doubt in our minds you'll stand out in the crowd when you're rocking your merch from PHI Apparel Company. They're the best in the game. You can get Underground Sports Philadelphia exclusive merch. You get our Philly Dog shirt that I was wearing on Long Island this week, and you can get all the best Philly sports merch. Pitsy, you've got the hoodies, you got the shirts.
The hoodie's up there.
They're
it's hanging
beautiful.
Up there. And it's getting fall weather. That hoodie's going to be rocking.
Perfect time.
Just saying.
And at any time, you can go to phiapparel.co and use code UNDERGROUND. You get 10% off any and all merch orders. It's the most effective and direct way to support everything we're doing. So go get your merch, phiapparel.co. Through Thursday night's game, code Victory Monday to get 15% off your Eagles merch. And then at any time, code UNDERGROUND for 10% off. Eagles win 25-20. I wasn't able to watch the game live as I was covering the PLL on Long Island.
Clearly, you were pretty busy, but I
was up to date with everything. And Pitsy, from your perspective, Tom Brady Day gets spoiled, and I don't know. I have a question for: Is the new lighthouse cursed?
No. Before we get this slander about curses because they lost or anything because they lost, Patriots were not expected to win that game. Okay, there was no way. I just thought there was no way they were really going to win. I didn't predict them winning on the Gillette Gazette. I didn't think. I said the result didn't matter. That was the one thing I really emphasized on the show last week, is that the result does not matter. What matters is how they fight against the reigning NFC champions. And I don't know, Kyle, when you have a team that their offensive line is so beat up. There's so many question marks around the offense. And the defense has not question marks, but unproven rookies. What are they going to do? And everyone, I would say 9 out of 10, did what they had to get the win. I'm very impressed. I mean, the biggest thing that stands out to me was that Mac Jones was sacked for the first time in the fourth quarter. He was hit for the first time in the third quarter. And we were missing our two starting offensive linemen. I mean, you can't ask for much. And I'm so sick. I'm so tired of the negativity as soon as something goes wrong. Dude, after Zeke fumbled it, my entire friend group is in the group chat just planning when Mac is going to read. He's like, oh, no one believes in Mac. He's not the guy. Let's move on. Let's get Caleb Williams. I'm like, do we understand that we are 2 plays into the season and it is kind of torrentially downpouring? So there's going to be a fumble or two. Like, let's relax. All right, the game just started. And look what happened. It was a 5-point loss. People were projecting a 25-point loss in some cases. So I really believe that game proved a hell of a lot more to me about the Patriots than it did for the Eagles.
Yeah, here's my take overall on the game. Sloppy game from the Eagles. You
Yeah.
get lucky in a lot of instances that you come away with the win. Shout out to Jake Elliott. Kickers matter. What a fucking dog. Goes Wendy's mode, 4 for 4. But here's initial takeaway number one. No Eagle starters played in the preseason. That's that's
Yeah.
something to take into account where
Absolutely.
the rust is clearly there as a collective starting unit, both offense and defense. Number two, you have two brand new coordinators coming to your team. One elevated from your quarterback's coach, the other coming in from outside the organization. So there's going to be bumps in the road with new coordinators. We've seen that in the past with this team. We've seen that in the NFL as a whole. So to see them in a game time situation for the first time, some question marks for sure. A lot of conservative play calling. I did see a very hilarious take from one of my friends on the Twitter timeline that said if the Eagles play calling was more conservative, they would have been present at January 6th.
That's tough. That's tough.
But the big concerns here were Jalen Hurts just looked like rust was there. I
He
don't
was
know if
running
that
for his
was
life.
play calling. I don't know if that was just. Let's also not forget the weather was pretty shitty
Oh, it's
across
terrible.
the
It's
board
been
for
shitty
both
the past
teams.
few days here. It's awful.
So let's not lose sight of that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have messy games in all aspects with bad weather. The fumble that Jalen Hurts had, just get down, pal. Don't try to play hero ball. Just get
Yeah, that
down.
was a good hit. That was a great hit by Peppers. That was a really good hit. Knocked down loose.
The fact that DeAndre Swift had 2 touches in this game is concerning, and Dallas Goedert had 1 target, no receptions, is very concerning. You got to have your playmakers involved. You can't go one-dimensional. A.J. Brown had 1 catch that got disallowed. What was your thoughts on that? Because watching the highlight of it, it looked like it was a catch.
The what? Which Bahan?
The A.J. Brown catch that was disallowed, allegedly.
Oh, I thought that was a catch. Oh, I
There
I
you
was
go.
very confused and like, okay, we got away with something there.
Um,
I thought that was a catch. The other guy who couldn't get his feet down, that's another story.
we'll talk about him in a minute.
Yeah, we'll stay here, but no, that was in.
The Eagles got to just be a little more versatile. And I also don't know if it was just a case of the NFL schedule makers absolutely shafting the defending NFC champions by giving them week 1 and then their home opener for week 2 on Thursday night football.
Yeah, I don't.
So I don't know if that was anything there, but also not great. James Bradbury in the concussion protocol. He's probably not playing on Thursday with the quick turnaround. Fletcher Cox injured. It's a pain tolerance thing for now. We'll see if he plays on Thursday. That's not great. That's not ideal. But overall, I mean, you come away with a win. You get fortunate that your rookie wide receiver still thinks he's in college and thinks 1 foot in bounds counts.
Dude, that was so brutal. Those are 2 catches. He catches one of those. I think the Patriots win. Like,
Yeah,
they're dead serious. Like, I that's how different this offense was. That it had nothing to do with the actual play. It was something as bullshit as that cost us from sneaking away with a win. And I don't know. I like. What did you think quickly about the Pats?
from what I saw,
I like
you
another
know,
perspective.
the defense looked like, I think, typical Patriots defense.
Yeah, unreal. Yeah. That's the
Um,
point.
the offense is like a little better than what I thought they would be in this game.
Okay.
Nothing
Yeah.
like spectacular, like
No, yeah.
very like vanilla, very like typical what it's been the past couple years. There's no real
Okay.
like explosiveness to the Patriots offense in my opinion.
Yet.
They're a very beatable offense. Like if you have a defense like the Eagles have, like a team in your division like the Bills, like if you have a stalwart defense, you're going to be able to make plays as a defense against the Patriots offense.
Yeah. But to me, it just seemed like a massive improvement from what I witnessed last year. And to hear you say that the Patriots offense looked like what it should be, a little bit better than your expectations, that is a moral victory for the team moving forward for next week when we have to play the Dolphins on Sunday Night Football. A different night primetime primetime.
Ryan Clark tweeting that he thinks Aaron Rodgers' ankle is broken.
Well, he had X-rays and it's negative, so I think that's false, Ryan.
They have officially ruled out Aaron Rodgers as of a half hour ago.
You can't have a broken ankle if the X-rays came back negative, Ryan.
I
What,
like how you said
dude?
that, Ryan.
He's got to stop talking about quarterbacks. They're just gonna come up on him. First Tua and now Rodgers, dude. You're just digging yourself a grave you can't climb out of. All right, moving on.
Yeah, just overall, I think I give the grade for this game for the Eagles like a C minus. Very average, very like fortunate that you're 1-0, but we were in the same shoes last year. Like the Eagles almost lost to the Lions last year in a shootout, and
Yeah.
we're very sloppy. I had moments where it was like, what the fuck are we doing? And then we adjusted, and we saw how last season, unfolded, where we were a few plays away from winning a Super Bowl. Am I concerned? Not really. Is there room for improvement? Absolutely. As my light falls over.
We love a nice little light ticking over. Oh my god. I'm trying
That's
to
a
find this. Light douche. It's like the lights going out on the Jets' hopes for this season, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I give this a C minus performance. Early on, looked great. 16-0 lead, phenomenal. You gotta keep your foot on the gas pedal though. You can't fold. You can't get conservative. You gotta keep going, especially when you're on the road and when you have a short turnaround time this week. We'll see how the adjustments get made Thursday night. The link is gonna be buzzing, and it's another familiar opponent, and it's primetime Kirk coming into play.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing that interests me because the Vikings looked bad. They did not look good this week. And coming into the link short week, especially after a win that could have been a loss, they need a statement low-key blowout win. Kirk Cousins is a perfect quarterback to do that against. Problem is Justin Jefferson, and you're not going to have Bradbury.
Yeah. But Justin Jefferson in contract turmoil, and as my good friend Mark Kramer tweeted on Sunday, the Adam Schefter tweet of Justin Jefferson requesting a trade is going to hit like crack.
Oh, it is. Oh, that tweet's gonna explode football Twitter. I cannot wait for that to hit.
So yeah, let us know in the YouTube comment section your thoughts on the Eagles game. I did just post our Victory Monday video from Good Pal and maybe employee Delco Danny on TikTok, Instagram, and everywhere. So go check that out. Great breakdown, great analysis from the oh so wise Delco Danny. Somebody on TikTok did not like the video. Live comment read from Max Hamilton, who their Avi is just two dogs.
Maximilian Hamilton.
So hiding behind two dogs is not ideal. But they're clearly a Patriots fan because comment, holy moly, a 5-point win against a bad team. Y'all barely won despite getting a free pick six and Zeke handing the ball to y'all.
Could have been a Cowboys fan. Could be a Cowboys fan.
That too. But you know what I say to that? The ever famous Cameron meme. You mad?
Yeah, they're mad, dude.
You mad?
Like, dude, I know anger when I see it, especially with my own peeps here in New England. Like, they get a little butthurt over shit like that.
I needed that win.
A guy
for
like
the
Delco
Eagles.
Danny is gonna piss them off.
Yeah, we will. I've been told per sources every single Monday, whether win, lose, or draw, we will have a Delco Danny Eagles analysis video for social. So look forward to that all season. I needed this win, though, personally, for the Eagles. Just from a personal standpoint. It was personal for me in a lot of aspects, not anything to do with you.
I know.
You are one of the
Okay.
very few
A few peeps.
Massachusettsians, whatever the fuck you call yourselves.
Massholes, Bostonians, founders of this great
Massachusetts.
land.
That I am endeared to and have never ending love for. But I needed this win on a personal level.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. You know,
You got to feel
I
happy
wanted-
for me in that aspect.
I do. No, I the personal wins are the best wins. I'm with you there. I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of chalked this one up as an L to begin with, and the fact that I saw Mac Jones throw for over 300 yards, that's all the victory I needed. So it's nice that we both got a little bit of a win for ourselves. Because let's put it this way: how many times have we seen the Patriots lose at least two of their first four, and end up hoisting the Lombardi at the end of the season? Which I'm not calling that right now. That's going to happen, but grand scheme of things, week one does not matter. It's like April in baseball.
It's truly week 4 of the preseason.
It really I
Week 1 is next week, actually.
No, seriously, I said this with the unders. I think I said this. I don't know where. I've been on a lot of shows lately, Kyle. I said that week one, just bet unders. Because it's sloppy football all around. Teams are finally getting adjusted to playing with each other, especially the Eagles, whose starters didn't play during the preseason, and a lot of other teams kind of follow suit with that. So you're going to have a little bit of, growing pains and mistakes that shouldn't happen, stupid mistakes. So, if your team comes out with a win, or if your team at least looks promising, that's enough win for any fan, honestly.
Yeah, and just looking around the league, some interesting scores across the board. The Browns winning 24-3 over the Bengals. We had scoreagami this weekend, Pitsy, as the Ravens beat the Texans 25-9.
Oh, that's bizarre. That's nonsense. That's a nonsense scoring line.
The Bucks, Tom Brady's former team, beat the Vikings 20-17. The Falcons beat the Panthers 24-10. The Commanders squeak by the Arizona Cardinals 20-16. Suck it, Jonathan Gannon. The Jaguars win 31-21.
Good win. That was a good win.
49ers absolutely embarrassed the Steelers 30-7.
How
do you lose to Brock Purdy like that, bro?
That was the defense.
Riddle me that.
I think it's the defense, man. That Niners defense is legit. I had a lot of, not doubts, But I was like, all right, how good is this team and how good is this defense? Because you could throw anyone a quarterback at this point for the Niners.
The Saints topped the Titans 16-15. The Raiders beat the Broncos 17-16. The Rams out of nowhere 30-13 win over the Seahawks. The Dolphins sneak by the Chargers 36-34. The Packers win 38-20, and then the Cowboys beat the Giants 40-0 in just an absolute shellacking on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I watched like maybe a quarter or two and then fell asleep because I was getting bored of watching the Cowboys just stomp the little Giants. I got bored. Like, I don't know. I didn't think the Cowboys would be that good, man. Or if the Giants are just that bad. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Well, the Giants are like pretty bad against the Cowboys, like always. I think they're like 13-1. The Cowboys are in their last 14 against the Giants.
Oh wow, okay.
Something crazy like that. So take that for what you will.
No, yeah, that's definitely for the old
the
library.
the other aspect here is that the Giants still haven't tweeted the final score.
Bro, that's my favorite thing. When I was working at Quinnipiac, was like how the graphics were so different when you won between when you lost, and how like different the energy was in social. Where like if you win, it's got to be a nice graphic, it's got to be the emojis and everything, and then you get that final score, you lose. It's like, yeah, 6 final score.
Final period.
Yeah, final, just not even scored. It's final period score. No hashtag, no nothing.
Chris Long has a great theory. If it's a bad loss or just a loss, depending on if the final score graphic has a period or not.
Oh, so he's going like full on texting.
Like if it just says final, it's like, okay, like we lost. But if it says final period, the social media manager took that personally.
They do. They do. That's so funny. Oh, I love when that happens.
But yeah, I mean, good win for the Birds. Moving on to Thursday Night Football, Matt and I will break down the Vikings matchup on Wednesday's show, and we will also have Eagles enemies this week with the one and only Arif Hassan, my good pal who covers the Vikings. Go check him out on Substack with the Wide Left. Substack does a great job covering the Vikings. Has been a staple of Eagles enemies since season 1. But Pitsy, I think before we move any further, just a word from our pals over at Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. You can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny tracker to see who's got Kenny's on tap in the Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, and soon-to-be Maryland areas. Got to be 21 or older to do so. And, of course, please drink responsibly. Kenwood Beer, it's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. And I'm just checking out the old swag machine from Kenwood Beer to see if there's anything new in the shop for the people, which there is, Pitsy. There's a new limited edition Kenwood Green, not Kelly Green, Kenwood Green.
I like that.
Tailgate tee. It's got the stripes on the sleeves, green Kenny logo on the back, and on the front, a nice little Go Birds. Go check that out. It's a limited edition. Once they're gone, they're gone. So go to kenwoodbeer.com. Check out everything they got. Got to be 21 or older to do so. And, of course, please drink responsibly. It's Pitsy's Power Rankings brought to you by Kenwood Beer this season. Pitts, we started this when you started coming on the Sunday night shows about mid-season last year. I am going to shift over the layout and give you the floor, my good friend. And when you hear that sweet, sweet music,
I'm excited.
The power rankings will begin for week 1. Now, Pitts, for the people, lay it out. Give us the breakdown of what the power rankings truly are as I hit the music once you finish.
All right, listen, the power rankings, they are what I thought were the best teams, things, people in the NFL this week, okay? I am not Ian Rappaport. I am no NFL analyst on the network. I am just the champ of the peeps telling you what was the best teams, things, players, whatever that I saw throughout this week of NFL action. So, yeah, there you go.
Do you want to tell me to hit the music? Should we make that a thing to just
Hit
say
my music. It is time for the 2023 Week 1 Pitts' Power Rankings. All right, starting off at number 10, it is the Elves over in Cleveland, the Browns. The fact that they won against the Bengals, I think at this point they're 5-1 in their last 6 against the Bengals. There's got to be some Paul Brown curse going on there. At number 9, dude, Sam Howell and the Commanders, just a nice commanding win against an Eagle enemy in Jonathan Gannon. So I'm interested. All right, let's see what we got, Riverboat Ron. At number 8, I know they lost, and they're maybe a little bit biased here, but like the New England Patriots, the fact that there is even an offense in place, Mac Jones is throwing touchdowns and for over 300 yards. The defense is probably the best defense in the NFL. They didn't win, that's why they're 8, but be on the lookout. All right, we got 7. Baker effing Mayfield. Are you kidding me? The fact that he won his first game as a starter for the Bucs, and in the process got Mike Evans a touchdown for my fantasy team. We love that. I think we could see a couple Baker's dozen touchdowns this year. Yeah. And number 6, we got the Packers. That was a dominant win against the Bears. All right. And the fact that Jordan Love looks better than Aaron Rodgers does tonight, it just says a lot moving forward for the Lambeau faithful. Number 5, the Dolphins. Tua Tagovailoa is scary. All right. That man may be the most accurate quarterback in the league. He's got the fastest wide receiver in the league, and a win against the Chargers like that in late game fashion, I don't know. I'm a little nervous heading into the Patriots week against them in week 2. Number 4, Dallas. You won by 40 against the Giants. Fantastic. You're not in the top 3. You know who is in the top 3? Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. That was a good win. All right. To beat the Patriots in Foxborough, I don't care how well the Patriots played or how not well you should have played. You still got the win. You're starting out 1-0 and heading into the Vikings, which hopefully is another win for you. And number 2, the Niners. The fact that the 49ers can just play with anyone playing quarterback and their defense and Christian McCaffrey will just do the work for them, kind of awesome, honestly. I mean, I don't know. Are they Super Bowl contenders? Maybe. But you know what? This is my real Super Bowl contender. Number 1 team. It's my Motor City Kitties, the Detroit Lions, getting the win against the defending Super Bowl champions at Arrowhead. And it was reported, or it was mentioned today in the press conference with Dan Campbell, that he believes that the Lions sold-out crowd, first time the Ford Field's been sold out in its history, can get louder than Arrowhead. And if there's a man who can deliver on a promise like that, it is MCDC himself, Dan Campbell. Lions, watch out for them because they're coming and they're hungry.
So run it back for the people, Pitts. Number 1 through 10 for the Week 1 2023 Power Rankings, brought to you by Kenwood Beer.
We got number 10, the Cleveland Browns. Number 9, the Washington Commanders. We got number 8, New England Patriots. Number 7, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 6, Packers. Number 5, the Finns, Dolphins. Number 4, Dallas Cowboys. Eagles at number 3. Niners at 2. And topping the chart is the Detroit Lions.
So there it is, everybody. That's Pitts' Power Rankings Week 1, brought to you by our good pals over at Kenwood Beer. And Pitsy, you've had Kenny's. They're delicious.
They're good. I wish I had them up here. I would love to drink them more.
They are the best. So go check out that tailgate tee. I might be ordering one of those very soon. They look pristine. So there's the Pitsy's Power Rankings, brought to you by Kenwood Beer. Let's shift from, see what I did there, from the NFL gridiron to the baseball diamond. Nice little shift, even though the shift is banned now. It's not banned on this podcast. Ha ha!
Damn right it's not.
We'll talk some fight and fills here. It's brought to you by our pals over at Tomahawk Shades, the best small batch eyewear in the game. Download the Tomahawk Shades app in the App Store, Google Play, and just for downloading the app, you can claim a free pair of sunglasses. Who doesn't like free? If it's free, it's for me. Check out everything they have to offer, from sunglasses, blue light glasses, prescription lenses. Everything they have is the best in the game for a fraction of the big eyewear companies. And you can go to tomahawkshades.com or in the app when you fill up your cart. Use promo code USP when you check out to get 25% off your order at checkout. That's promo code USP at tomahawkshades.com for 25% off from our pals at Tomahawk Shades. Pitsy, the Fightin' Phils, had a weekend series against the ever-living thorn in our sides, the Miami Marlins. Not great. Not great, Bob. It was not great.
You didn't win?
They dropped 2 out of 3 to the Marlins.
Oh, that's tough.
They lose the season series to the Marlins, 6-7. And here's a fun stat for you, Pitts, because I know you like numbies. The Phillies lost 4 games to the Marlins this year by 1 run.
That's heartbreaking. That's
by 1 run.
That pulls.
And it unfortunately puts a blemish on such a phenomenal year against the Marlins last year, where the Phillies went 12-7. Obviously, things shifted a little bit here this year, where you play your division a little bit less because you're playing everybody more. Losing record against the Marlins for the 3rd time this decade. 3-7 in 2020, 9-10 in 2021. 12-7 in 2022, and then 6-7 in 2023. I don't know what it is. I don't know what jinx the Miami Marlins organization put on the Phillies' heads, but I'm tired of losing to the Marlins. I'm tired of losing to an inferior organization. Sure, they have talented guys, but guess what? The Phillies have one of the most talented rosters in baseball and have had one of the most talented rosters in baseball the last couple of seasons. I'm tired of losing to the Marlins. I hate it. It drives me nuts. We're 30-31 in the 2020s against the Marlins now, too, because of this losing record this year.
That's gross. Oh, my God. He is running. Yes.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of losing to the Marlins. It drives me absolutely insane. And the other insane part here is that the Phillies went 2-4 against the Marlins at home this year and had a winning record against the Marlins on the road, which normally it's the complete opposite, and we struggle in the House of Horrors that is Miami. Sucks. Phillies playing the Braves now for 4 games, and I genuinely like that the Phillies have 7 games down the stretch against the Atlanta Braves. Arguably best team in baseball. You know, I'd rather play the Braves now when you're potentially going to get matched up against them in the playoffs if you win in the wild card round, to see them now at their best than if you had played all your games against the Braves April through June and they're a completely different team now. I'd rather try to get your best shot at the Braves in September when you're potentially going to see them in October than earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Phillies end up splitting today's doubleheader against the Braves, which is great. That's awesome. All I'm asking for in this series is a series split. I'm cool going 2-2 against the Braves in a 4-game series. That shows you can hang with them. That shows you can contend with them. They should have won the earlier game, too. Bryce Harper hits a game-tying 2-run home run in the bottom of the 9th, and then the bullpen blows it in the extra innings. Bryce Harper has had three momentum-shifting, go-ahead/tying home runs this season, all within the last, month. And the Phillies lost all 3 games.
That's brutal.
I'm tired of blowing monumental Bryce Harper moments. Figure it the fuck out.
You can't, dude. That's just fucking brutal.
Right now, though, to split today, I'm good rebound after losing the earlier game. Because a lot of teams, you lose that first game in the way you did, that sucks the life out of you, and you potentially drop both games. Phillies didn't fold. They're 78-65. Magic number slowly dwindling for just the wild card, slowly dwindling for the overall number 1 wild card. Still alive in the division. Our elimination number's 4, but still alive at this point in the season.
You're holding on for dear life.
Holding on. I'm still alive, but I'm barely breathing. But I mean, overall wild card wise, looking right now, Pitsy in the NL wild card, which I forget if I told you, The boys going to wild card game 2 at Citizens Bank Park.
Oh, all right. I thought, yeah.
We're wild
Into
card.
that.
We're getting real wild. We're getting
Let's
wild
go.
this October.
That's
The
huge.
season tickies afforded the opportunity to claim postseason tickies. We're going to the wild card. Game 2, which could potentially be a clinching game if they win game 1. This is the first time I'm going to postseason baseball in my life, and I couldn't be more stoked.
I'm happy for you. I'm
Couldn't
very
be
happy
more
for you.
Told CFO Margie as well the price of the World Series pre-buy. The cheapest tickets are the bleachers out by the bell, $150 a ticket. And I told her the price, and she goes, "Well, we're fucking going."
That's why.
I said,
That's why
"Let's
she's
fucking
CFO.
ride."
That's why she's CFO.
She's the best.
That's incredible.
Only team in the National League, only team in baseball right now to have clinched a playoff spot so far are the Braves. And I believe some other teams are on the cusp. I'm sorry, Phillies now 79-65 after the win tonight. But you're 2 games up on the Cubs for the first wild card. Great. Keep building distance there. Like, that's the other important part about winning games against the Braves right now in particular in this series is because the Cubs are playing the pitiful, terrible, horrific Colorado Rockies.
Oh, jeez. Yeah,
and they're in Colorado, and what's one thing we know about the Cubs? They can hit the ball.
They can
They
hit
score
dingers.
runs. And you give that Colorado atmosphere to them, it only makes it that much more difficult. So you got to win these games against the Braves.
Those balls are getting Rocky Mountain High.
In 2.7 seconds.
Well, don't you dare. I'll cry. I'll belt out a ballad with you right the fuck now. All right. Don't you.
Pitts, have you gone skydiving?
No, but I've gone Rocky Mountain climbing. 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. And I loved deeper, and I spoke sweeter, and I gave forgiveness often and I had. And I think, something, I forgot the words. To live like you.
Sweet Serenades with Pat Pitts. Smooth Jazz. WPIT.
Don't you
That was
dare
great.
cut that out.
That was great.
That was fucking
That's getting
brilliant.
clipped.
Damn right it is. I didn't just sing that for my own entertainment.
The wild card is still pretty wild, though. You know, we're sitting here on September 11th, and there are still almost every single team is technically alive outside of the Rockies, who have officially been eliminated from playoff contention.
As it should be with that terrible run differential.
But you look at, you know, the Cincinnati Reds still in the mix. The San Francisco Giants still in the mix. The Miami Marlins still in the mix. Barely hanging on are the 10 games under 500 San Diego Padres. Still in the mix.
Wow.
But barely. And then right now, if the season ended today, the wild cards would be the Phillies, the Cubs, and the Diamondbacks. So that's where we're sitting right now.
I'm assuming the Dodgers lead the West.
Yeah, Dodgers
Okay,
have the
makes
second best record in the National League behind the
Okay.
Braves. They're 87-55. The other thing that you have to pay attention to, though, is because of how well the Cubs have played and they're still in the mix in their own division, is will it be the Cubs or will it be the Brewers to be that second wild card? Me, preferably, I think I'd rather the Phillies play the Cubs because we just saw them play the Brewers, and the Brewers played us really well. Took 2 out of 3 from us.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to, yeah. And the Cubs are bad pitching from what I remember from
Cubs
being on
pitching
these
is banged
shows.
up. They have one guy who's like in the Cy Young race, which will be a tough matchup. But, I mean, you have Zach Wheeler, who's been one of the best pitchers in baseball since the All-Star break. So you'd have that matchup there. But, I mean, that's the importance for the Phillies to secure the number 1 wild card spot so you have home field advantage in the wild card.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
Because Citizens
Huge.
Bank Park is unlike any other stadium during the playoffs. Everybody saw that on the big stage last year, you know, in the NLCS and the World Series across the board. That's why Trey Turner signed here. Can we talk about how ridiculous Trey Turner's streak is right now? His dad strength is off the charts. He's got 10 home runs in his last 12 games.
Dude, that's some video game type shit.
Try to tell me ovations don't work.
Dude, I can't do that with my nonsense players in the show, let alone that's incredible. Who's
10
he
home
playing?
runs.
Yeah, he's playing the Marlins.
Last 10 games that the Phillies have played, I can tell you the opponents right now. It's the Marlins,
Marlins, Braves.
obviously the Braves. He hit one in the first game today against the Braves. We played. I'm blanking on who we played before the Marlins for some reason, but I'm pulling the schedule up right now. Padres, Brewers,
Oh, okay.
and Angels. So it's Angels, Brewers, Padres,
Okay.
Marlins, Braves.
Still pretty good. It's pretty damn good.
So I'm not saying it, but people are whispering that Trey Turner is back.
People, there's been rumblings.
There's
from what
been
I'm hearing
rumors
around the
circulating in
underground.
many circles that Trey Turner is
Many.
back. Per sources. Sources, not one. Sources are saying
Multiple. Plural.
Trey Turner's back.
We like to hear that as Philadelphians.
Just saying.
And adopted Philadelphians, you know.
Exactly.
It's nice.
Pitsy, should we play your favorite game?
Oh my god. Power rankings and run differential. Dude, I'm being spoiled.
you're getting a hit of nitrous on this
Oh.
episode. Let's get to the NL East and MLB run differentials, which I guess we should carry this over. Once baseball season comes to a close, should just do score differentials in the NFL.
I was just about to say that. That makes so much sense. Why are we doing it before? I love it.
The Atlanta Braves leading the way in the NL East at a plus 238 run differential, Pitts.
Okay, that's pretty good.
94 and 50 on the season. And now we'll let you guess the rest of the way. The Philadelphia Phillies, the Fightin' Phils at 79 and 65, which we need the Phillies to win 10 more games this year.
Okay, that's feasible.
Remember how last year we bet the over on wins for the Phils, and that hit.
Oh, where
We did it again this year, and the over-under was 88.5. We need 89 wins.
Oh,
We need 90 to feel real good.
I think that's feasible.
We're at 79 and 65 with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, with like 18 games left. And in those 18 games are games against the St. Louis Cardinals, the New York Mets in 2 series, the Pittsburgh Pirates, and another series against the Braves.
All feasible wins.
So let's get to 89 wins, boys. But the Fightin' Phils, Pitsy, at 79 and 65, they've amassed 707 runs scored. They've hit the 700 level.
Nice.
What is their run differential, though?
Are we in triple digits?
I wish.
Okay, I'm going 668.
Pretty close. Plus 71.
Okay, all right. Price
Getting
is right.
close to the triple digits, though.
Okay.
Could get there. Could. If we keep scoring and preventing. The stupidest franchise in baseball, the 74 and 69 Miami Marlins, who are eliminated from winning the NL East this season. They're 8 and 2 in their last 10. They've scored the fewest runs in the division at 588. Still haven't hit 600 runs scored this season. What is their run differential?
Dude, someone tells me like 18.
Let's try that again. In negative 46.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I was way off. All right.
Yep.
That's nonsense. So
Then we move to the Lowell New York Mets
is it worse?
at 65 and 77. Record-wise, it is. They've scored 618 runs, the second fewest in the division. What is their run differential?
Is it worse than the Marlins?
No, but it's close.
I'm going to go, all right, negative 28.
Negative 37.
All right, 9 off.
And then we move to the stolen franchise, the 65 and 79. Pretty sure they just deferred Steven Strasburg's retirement ceremony. Washington Nationals.
Dude. I saw that, and I just had no words. I was just at a loss for words. How can you do that to a man
So
that I
funny.
watched ESPN Sports Center packages about how important he's going to be to the future of this organization. And they're just deferring. Like, what kind of bum ass franchise
They're
does that?
stolen. They're stolen. That's why.
Dude, just ship off to Canada. You go to Canada and we'll take one of their teams and it'll be a good trade. We don't even need one of their teams. All right, I just can't, dude. That's so
funny.
like
It's
disrespectful.
So bad.
It's
So
so
bad.
disrespectful.
It's so bad.
Yeah, for the sake of argument, I'm gonna go their run differential is negative 111.
Close. Negative 125. They've scored 624 runs this year, giving up 749.
Yeah, I'm giving up there. I'm sorry. I hate them now. That's so disrespectful what to do to him. Whatever.
Are you ready for this one though, Pitsy? Because
I don't know.
the worst of the National League are the eliminated Colorado Rockies. Will not be in the postseason this year. They are 51-91. They have scored 623 runs, which is more than the Marlins.
That's so wild. That
But
is just so wild.
They've given up 845 runs on the season, which is the most in baseball.
Dude, they just putting out a fucking T.
They've given up more runs than the Oakland A's.
Shut your mouth. No.
And have a negative 222 run differential on the season. Matt and I talked about this when we started seeing their numbers trickle in a little bit. We're on Rockies surrendering 1,000 runs season. With about 20 games to go.
20 games.
They've given up 845, and they are currently live playing a game against the Cubs right now.
What's the score?
I will check for you in just a moment. They need to give up, they need to have a differential of negative 155 the rest of the way. They have to give up 155 more runs. Across.
I'm trying
games.
I'm trying to use my limited knowledge I have about the MLB.
The score right now is 2-1 Cubs against the Rockies. So technically, maybe, I don't know if this is live, up to the date, updated. So it could be 847. But I have a feeling we might have the Rockies surrender 1,000 runs this year, which would
be so funny. That would be
unbelievable,
hysterical. How can you be that bad that how can your pitching be that bad where you're just allowing run after run? It's just fucking insane, man. It's just insane to me.
So Matt looked this up either a week or two ago to find the teams that have given up 1,000 runs in a season.
Okay, yeah, that was another question I had. Good for Matt.
So here's the record. The record is pre-modern era. The Cleveland Spiders in 1899.
Okay.
Pack your bags, boys. 1899, the Cleveland Spiders have set the record, and they've kept that record because they gave up 1,252 runs in a season, Pat Pitts. Can you believe it? The Cleveland Spiders spun their web so hard that they gave up over 1,200 runs in a season. Extra, read all about it. The Spiders have been squished.
Yeah, they're probably rocking their wool uniforms while they're at it.
So the record here in terms of overall, Cleveland Spiders gave up 1,252 runs. The Pittsburgh Alleghenies, which predates the Pirates, in 1890.
What the hell's an Allegheny?
It is a river in Pittsburgh, the Allegheny River.
Okay, moving on.
They gave up 1,235. Your 1930 Philadelphia Phillies stock market crashed, and so did the Phillies' ability to prevent runs being given up. Gave up 1,199 runs in 1930. Everything else here,
I don't think sliced bread's been
pretty
invented yet.
tough. But then in 1996, we're getting a little modern here.
Me. That's when I was created.
The Detroit Tigers.
Oh, Jesus.
In 1996, gave up 1,103 runs.
God, that's bad.
And
That's like the 90s era, so that's bad.
that is there. And then the 1999 Colorado Rockies
Deja vu.
gave up 1,028 runs.
Jeez, when the world starts changing, the Rockies just forget how to play defense, because it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, so your modern era effectively is the Tigers in 96 and the Rockies in 99. Haven't had a team since Y2K give up 1,000 runs in a season, but boy, oh boy, do I fucking need it to be this Rockies team.
Yeah, we need it to be this year. If there's any year for it to happen, it would be this nonsensical year.
The do you want to hear one of the most so you know how back in the day, like pre 1900s, a lot of these baseball teams had the most ridiculous like team names.
Yeah, and ridiculous player name. Yeah.
So there was in 1890 the Cleveland Infants.
That's still better than Guardians.
The Cleveland Infants.
It's still better than
Tell me
Guardians.
Tommy
I'm sorry.
Pickles was out there playing.
Dude, Chucky was a weapon at third at the hot corner.
They called him Specs. Specs Finster.
And then he had the twins at short and second, just double plays left and right.
Phil and Lil with the double play. The DeVille twins strike again.
You know Angelica's just pitching it when she's doing bad. She just...
And then that episode with the big baby, he's the catcher.
Oh, yeah. Dude, someone's got hit nukes. Danger.
The center fielder's the kid from the episode with the Mirage that was riding the Caterpillar.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there patrolling center field on that thing.
Facts.
And then you got Dill in left field.
Yeah, I can see they're right. Whatever.
One of the
Whatever,
corners.
Jacob. One of the corners. You just out there.
Susie's out there in right field.
I'm forgetting a lot of these characters.
Susie Carmichael, Angelica's bestie.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah.
And then
Yeah, okay.
Angelica's probably coming up to bat with her Cynthia doll, ready to fucking whack that thing.
Or Cynthia might be designated hitter. Who knows?
No, that's Reptar.
Oh, well, yeah, you got to have Reptar. Big bat, obviously.
Big bat.
Silly.
But yeah, we need the Rockies to give up 1,000 runs. Need that like I need
1,000%.
oxygen to breathe. I see what you did there. The Oakland A's, though, Pitsy, gonna have the worst run differential in baseball this year. They've scored 527 runs. Welcome to the 500 club, boys.
Yeah,
Welcome to the 500 club.
took you long enough.
They've surrendered 830 runs. So 15 less than the Rockies.
300?
They are in the negative 300 club at negative 303. So tell your fucking boyfriend
Don't
that I'm a
trust
vegetarian and I'm not fucking scared of
him. That, speaking of things that hit like crack, when you're at a middle school dance,
Oh my god!
and Don't Trust Me comes on, and they try to play the clean version, but every single middle schooler is using that excuse to use their swear card, and they just throw out, I ain't scared of him, and then the entire place just
she
goes
wants
off.
to touch me. Whoa!
Dude, that was
Whoa!
things that hit like crack is Don't
That
Trust Me
hits like
playing.
meth.
Oh my god, dude. Get your methy pen ready to go.
I didn't know if you were talking about a meth pen or if you were talking about a commemorative Inter Miami pen that Mike Tyson purchased.
Yes.
Your methy pen.
Yeah. Get the fuck. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, man.
Unbelievable. Oakland A's, though, we are on Oakland A's win under watch, too. Need under 59.5. They're at 44.
Yeah, it was the A's. I thought it was Pirates for a second, but it's the A's that
It was Pirates last year.
That's what it was.
A's
Pirates
this
last
year.
Okay.
A's at 44 wins.
Yeah, we close?
We're close. We're close. We need
Okay.
we need 59 or less, which they can only win 15 more games this year. We're very, very close.
Okay.
I think if they lose 4 more, we're good.
Good.
Hits. Start spreading the news.
Da, 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 da.
The Yankees can't catch a break.
Oh, this is my favorite. I love
They're
singing the-
one game under 500. And they have a negative 19 run differential. And I do feel genuinely bad for their elite level prospect, Jason Dominguez. Gets called up like last week, and now he needs Tommy John surgery.
Oh, that's brutal. That's a
Like,
tough way to go out.
He's like a phenom kid, and he's like one of those when we were in our card opening phase for a hot minute, which those videos will eventually come out on a YouTube channel somewhere. He's like one that everybody was like hunting for.
Oh, really?
He's been like the commodity since he was 16.
Jesus.
And he finally gets the call up this year at age 20, and now he needs Tommy John, and he's probably done for the next 2 years. Because nobody's like Bryce Harper.
That's brutal.
But, yeah, it's tough. The Baltimore Orioles leading your American League East, though, still with a plus 124 run differential at 91-52. The Orioles are on their way back to the postseason. It's crazy. Who would have thunk?
Not me.
The Orioles are a fun team.
I can't believe
not
the
so
Orioles
fun,
are-
but
Yeah,
fun
dude,
team.
I can't believe the Orioles are like a good baseball team now. It just boggles my mind.
Tampa Bay Rays with a plus 195 run differential, the best in the American League once again. And we've got a very fun American League West playoff race. We have a 3-team race in the division for playoff spots.
Really?
Between the 82-62 Houston Astros, who are now in first place in the American League West, the 79-64, we sold our closer at the deadline, but still have gone on a miraculous run, Seattle Mariners,
Wow.
who are 79-64, have a plus 98 run differential. And then now in third place, the 78-64 Texas Rangers, who have just absolutely crumbled in the month of September and late August, have a plus 142 run differential, sitting in third place. And if the season ended today, they would be not a playoff team, because the Toronto Blue Jays are 80-63. The Tampa Bay Rays have the top wild card spot pretty much locked in, and then the Seattle Mariners would be your third wild card, and the Texas Rangers, who were in front the whole year, would miss the playoffs.
Yeah. Didn't they also sell their top pitchers at the deadline too?
No, they purchased the Mets' former ace Max Scherzer at the deadline.
Oh, I'm thinking of yeah, they lost to Grom, which
Yes.
is huge. They lost to Grom.
The Texas Rangers, though, would miss the playoffs if the season started today, which is absolutely wild. Where were you when the Phillies allowed the Texas Rangers to peak too early in the first series of the season? Some are saying.
I was swim with the fishes.
Some are saying. We started the Texas Rangers' downfall. Just saying. But there is the run differentials across the major leagues, brought to you by nobody right now. But if you want to sponsor the pod in any facet, let us know. Hit me up. I don't know if there was anything else on the docket that I had. I'm blanking. Yeah, I think
We've been
that might be
going.
it.
Yeah, we've
Might
been
be it.
going. We've had a fun show here. We've had a fun little Sunday show to kick off the NFL season.
Sunday into Monday, like we always do. Obviously, if anybody was affected by the tragedy that was 9/11, in 2001, we send our condolences to you. But overall, Pitsy, the NFL is back. Sundays are going to
so
be
happy.
a wild time on this show. And Delco Danny bringing the heat.
Bringing the heat. I can't wait to see him again and give him my own thoughts about what transpired on Sunday. So
It's going to be a doozy of a season, and if you want the best fan analysis for your Phils, your Eagles, Sixers, Flyers, Union, Philadelphia Wings, and everything else that we do here at Underground Sports Philadelphia, make sure you're following us at Underground PHI on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, Facebook.com/UndergroundSportsPHI, Twitch.tv/UndergroundSportsPHI. Follow Pitsy on Twitter at Pat_Pitts and at Pitsy35 on Instagram. Follow me at KBIZZL311 and KBIZZLE11. Subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave those 5-star ratings and reviews. Goes a long way for helping the show continue to grow. Helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia. You're getting content 4 times a week on the feed. You don't want to miss out. Football season is a doozy here at Underground Sports Philadelphia. So go subscribe, be a friend, tell a friend, and subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. That's where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week. You get full video episodes of every show on our network, live streams, the whole kit, kat, and caboodle. Everything we do here in video form goes on the YouTube channel. So go subscribe, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. And, of course, get your merch, phiapparel.co, code underground, 10% off any and all orders. And this show is presented by the City of Vineland. And whether you're a company looking to expand, relocate, or are a new business startup, selecting the right location is critical to your success. Vineland, New Jersey offers both an affordable business location and an excellent quality of life. The city's economic development department is a one-stop source for moving your project through the development and approval process. Their goal is to make this process as smooth as possible and to provide the fastest turnaround times in the region. If you're considering potential locations for your operation, contact the Vineland Economic Development Team at 856-794-4100. That's 856-794-4100. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. And this has been episode number 567 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. The birds are flying high. We got Thursday night football on deck. And we'll see you Wednesday for an all-new episode with myself and Matt getting you ready for Thursday night football and a whole lot more. But until then, this has been Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the City of Vineland. For Pitsy, I'm KB. We're getting the heck up out of here. We are signing off. Go Birds. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace.